You guys piss this hairdresser off, they will put a curse on you. I went to get a haircut last year and instead maybe you got a voodoo curse put on you.
What's up guys, welcome or welcome back. So we all know about the Labubus, the Stanley Cups, all this stuff, but now we got witchcraft in a hair salon. I'm confused too about this combo, but I expect nothing less from TikTok drama. So let's get into it right now. So basically there is this hair salon and it is located in Nebraska, I think, and it is owned by a popular TikToker with over 500,000 followers. And it's the account for the hair salon and the hairdresser. And you may have seen their videos before without even realizing it.
Is it okay if I touch you during our consultation?
Yeah.
And my pronouns are she, they, if you wanted to share yours.
I use they, them.
Perfect, thank you.
They're mostly known for gender-affirming haircut experiences, but they've been under some fire recently with some allegations coming across from another creator. So basically there's this TikToker named Rosie Grace, I believe. I think her TikTok name is Rosie Grace Girl. Her real name is Grace. And she had visited this salon and she had an experience. And I'm going to get into it as we watch and you're going to see what happened to her, what she experienced. But to give a little backstory, just a sprinkle.
Alright, so y'all just seen that corny.
Basically, she didn't receive the haircut she wanted, and when she went back, she experienced some things they did to her, involving what she said was voodoo and or witchcraft. And just a disclaimer, things stated in this video are alleged and not all these opinions are my own. And we're gonna be getting into that right now. We're gonna watch it.
Put your finger down if you went to get a haircut last year and instead maybe you got a voodoo curse put on you. I recorded this video so many times a year ago and I had drafts that I don't have anymore. But I never posted it because I was genuinely terrified because of the just stupid crazy that happened, that I was like, if I talk about it, will they come after me? I don't know, but I'm gonna talk about it now because it's been a year and I just remembered that the drafts are gone and I want people to know. But I won't say where it is unless you guys tell me that I should.
So it was later discovered that it was about J-Palm hairdressing, and she had said she was scared that they would come after her if what she was saying triggered them. I don't know if legally they can do anything because she's telling the truth. I'm not no lawyer, don't quote me. But based off what I do know, which might be little, if what she's saying is valid and completely true and she's not spreading lies or assumptions, I think she's good.
But my parents told me at the time that like they could sue me for defamation if I say what happened. So please advise me. What happened is I've only ever had my hair cut by my mom in my kitchen, and I wanted to get a real haircut because my mom hasn't been a practicing cosmetologist in over like 2 decades. And so my friend sent me this business TikTok and was like, here's an all-inclusive place that seems really friendly and cool for a first haircut. And I was like, awesome, this place looks great. And they're very well known on TikTok and made fun of for certain thing that they do about their all-inclusiveness, okay? They cater specifically to the queer community. And I went and it was great. Like my first appointment was great. I was like, oh my gosh, wow, this is really cool. This is really cool. And then I get home and I look at it because when the haircut was finished, they just had me pay and leave. I didn't really get a chance to put my fingers through it and see if it was right. And there were some things that were wrong about it. And so I messaged them and I was like, hey, can we get a touch up? And they were like, sure. And I go in and they spend the entire time being like, I actually did this right. Like you're wrong, but we'll alter it for you, which was fine, I guess.
That was the first thing I didn't want to get into too soon. But basically when she had went to get in her haircut, it was a good experience overall, but they gave her not what she wanted. And when she had told them she didn't receive what she wanted, they were like, no baby, we did that. Wait, why did I add that? I don't think they said all that. But basically when she told them she didn't get what she wanted, they were like, no, we did this right. But how are you gonna tell me what I wanted? What do you mean you did it right? Like obviously it could be there was a miscommunication, it wasn't explained right, but later she showed a photo, we'll probably see that later, and it was clear she didn't receive fully what she wanted. Hey, so I want something like this. Okay, yeah, I can do that. This ain't what I ordered. No, but it's right. That's what you wanted.
But when I went back, the normal eclectic stuff that they had before, like all the picture frames and stuff up on the wall was still there, but they had added some Halloween decorations. And when I asked them, hey, did you decorate for Halloween 5 months early? Because it was almost like a year ago today. It was like June 10th, July 10th, I think. And they were like, no. And that's all we talked about it. But when I walked in the room, there was a giant sign that says, abandon hope, all ye who enter. And there was a ring of salt around my chair, and there was salt in front of the mirror in front of me and on the countertop in front of me, and there was a mirror behind me that had a giant pentagram covering the entirety of it. There was a pentagram on the floor in front of me, 3 pentagrams in the corner of the mirror in front of me, and next to that line of salt on the countertop was some candles and voodoo doll looking things. There's also a skeleton. I think the skeleton may have been there during the first appointment.
So you see what she meant by voodoo and witchcraft. People think the salon did this because she told them she didn't receive what she wanted, and they were like trying to put her in a trance. I don't know. They were trying to do stuff because she said she didn't get what she wanted. The Halloween decorations, whatever. The things on the wall, okay. It's weird that it's only here now that I show up. But a ring of salt around my chair? That's too far. There's more.
I think that might have just been part of her decor. So like the vibe when I walked into the fix appointment was just, it was just hate. It was just hate, and I felt so uncomfortable. And then halfway through the appointment, they left to go to the bathroom. Now in the first appointment, they left to go to the bathroom as soon as I got there, which I thought was odd that they hadn't gone already, but you know, I don't care, you do your thing. But the second appointment was 10 minutes long. So I don't know why they had to leave halfway through, except for the fact that when they left, the music switched from being like pop music or elevator music to the kind of music you would hear in a haunted house where it's like whisper chanting in a different language.
That was the second thing. Why did the music go from pop to some like haunting, chanting sound? That just is further proving the point that this is not coincidental. Let me enunciate before y'all flame me. And it's clear that like this witchcraft is directed towards her.
Yeah, and then it went back to normal as soon as they came back in the room. And they were cutting my hair really quickly the whole time. And so quickly they snagged the scissors on my hair for a second and like pulled my hair really hard. And then when they finished, they literally go, all right, you're done, you gotta go, I've got a client coming, and like walk me out the door and close it behind me. And I essentially immediately start bawling, and I call my friend and I'm like, what the f? And I call my dad and I'm like, I'm coming home. Like, I'm sorry it's taking so long, but I need to have a breakdown first. And it's weird because I didn't think that they weren't threatening me with like scissors or something like that, but they are holding scissors next to my face, and there's all this threatening stuff around and the threatening music, and I just felt very uncomfortable and unsafe the entire time that I was there for that second appointment. And I wanted to post a review somewhere about it and be like, hey, this place is not chill, but my parents told me that they could sue me for defamation, so I have not said anything about it, because if they are gonna put a voodoo hex on me or something, who's gonna stop them from doing normal crazy stuff? And I don't really believe in like hexes or anything like that, but that's not the point though. That's not the point. The point is that their intention is bad, and that scares me. So if you want to see the haircut, the haircut is not like the end of the world, but it was not at all what I was going for.
Like I said before, someone said this too, so I don't think she can get in trouble if what she's saying is completely true. And overall, she wasn't upset about the hair, she was upset about how they were treating her and their actions and energy towards her. And she made a second updated video. Someone told her it wasn't voodoo. I honestly don't know what she said in this, but we're gonna see. Also, if you hear TV in the back, no you don't. No, you do not. I think you're in the J-pom trance.
I want to clarify some things from my last video because it got a lot more attention than I was expecting, and I made a mistake when talking about it, and I'm sure there are other things that I can clarify, so I'm going to do that now. First of all, this is the mistake I made. I don't know anything about voodoo, hoodoo, witchcraft, hexes, spells, anything like that. I should not have been using terms that I do not even partially understand, so I apologize for probably putting that in a light that it did not deserve to be in. I simply meant to say that the objects that they had in the room that weren't there before and the music that they played that they did not play before reminded me of things that would either be Halloween decorations or things you would see in a Halloween movie where they're going to put a spell or something on somebody. I did not realize that the verbiage that I used was so specific to an actual thing. In my mind, it's just Halloween stuff. So I apologize for my ignorance on that subject. And thank you to this person for being so kind while educating me about these things that I clearly know nothing about. There were a lot of people that were less kind, so I very much appreciate this person. As for the objects themselves and the music, they do not actually scare me, bother me, upset me, offend me, whatever else. It was not the things in the music that actually bothered me. It was more the fact that in the first appointment that I had, the stylist was very friendly and very cordial and customer service attitude and all that. And in the second appointment, in my the follow-up, the touch-up appointment, I don't think they smiled a single time. They were very hostile. They didn't seem like they wanted me there at all.
So overall, she was just correcting the stuff she made a mistake on saying. She was just clarifying how they were acting towards her. In the first appointment, they were very nice, but then when she came back, they were hostile. Now, as a response, they did not respond to this, I don't think. So not much confirmation or denial, just accusations. But I believe what their grace person is saying in their videos. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Hope you enjoyed. Like and subscribe now. See you later.